Wins, episode 18. You guys should be dead by now. Why is it I've only killed one of you? I mean, whoops. Yeah, so we have a, really interesting session for tonight. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. There is at least a lot of dead in the party now, thanks to somebody making sure they filled out their full retinue of undead. But yeah, I believe last time we left off, you guys had made your way to the surface. And since none of you are cool on that recap XP, we can dive right into session, since we keep skipping over recaps each week.
What? Doesn't Wendy usually do them?
We've skipped like 2 of them.
I want recap XP.
No, give me a recap.
Well, first off, Hagrum and Astrum are wrong on the overlay, and it's bothering me.
What?
Yeah.
How the fuck did that happen? I literally had this all fixed. Son of a bitch.
Yep, you totally did. Yeah, you done fucked up.
Now they're fixed.
But yeah, so last session we started off, we were, I think we had just retreated to the Lars Temple-y area in the catacombs. And we are checking out the Lars book, trying to see if we could discern anything about how to seal off that room so that we would know how to get in, seal it off, feel like we're safe there. And as we're looking at the book, Luna and Rusty both end up getting kind of compelled by it to regard followers of Lars as friendly for 24 hours. As we're checking this out, a drow comes along and finds us, and he's got an undead Felix chilling with him, and we chat with him for a bit. He seems pretty chill, and he wants to travel to the surface with us, so we kind of have a arrangement with him at the moment. We're seeing how stuff goes. Silvio may officially bring him into the group.
I do like Felix a lot more now.
There you go. Rusty and Sen, aka Astrum, but we know him as Sen at the moment, do figure out the ritual for sealing the door, but we don't know the specifics around it, whether we have to be on the outside or the inside, or if we seal it while we're in the inside, if we can open it. So we know the ritual, but there are still some things we don't know about that. Sen also ends up having to regard all Lars people as friendly for 24 hours as well. But yeah, we head back to the surface. We get back to the surface. We meet up with Dragotin, and do the little ritual thing to forget our memories. And there's something weird about it because he doesn't actually have any Thoth followers involved in it, which it sounded or seemed like there was supposed to be a Thoth follower or something involved in it. Instead, he uses a ritual straight from the book we brought him to make us forget the item, and also burns the last book of the 2 books that Silvio brought back. He burns the last one as part of the ritual, which also is just a little weird. Unsure about all of that. But yeah, I think we have plans for later that night. We are going to be attempting
quick interjection
to reverse.
To be clear, Sen was not part of the memory taking. So
yes, he was not. Just the rest of us.
Since Sen doesn't know why this book matters at all.
True.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we have plans for later that night for trying to reverse do the reversal stuff.
Well, no, we slept, right? Because we leveled. So this is the next day.
You guys
we slept before we met Dragotin, I thought.
Yeah.
Oh,
we came back and it was late.
You did come back in the morning. You are correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
We technically haven't gotten to level 6 yet, but Steve.
But he had us level up, so yeah. So I don't know if we should just roll all of our hit points.
Yeah, go ahead and roll hit points now. Let's just get it out of the way.
Oh,
right.
True.
So there'll be 2 rolls for each of except for Astrum. I don't know
Just
if
one.
you've already rolled your level 5. Yeah.
No,
so.
yeah, I just need 1.
What do we re-roll?
You re-rolls 1s and 2s on d8, so that would be a re-roll for your second roll.
Right.
Silvio re-rolls his second roll as well, but not his first.
That's almost a max roll for me, baby.
That's a re-roll for Luna. Oh wait, no, that's a d6. That is not a reroll.
Lame. I went from getting max rolls on every roll to getting a freaking 4 and a 3.
That's a good one.
And don't forget your +1 if it's your favorite class you leveled.
Yep.
5.
Oh, Steve, I did want to ask you something about that.
Yes.
So the favorite class bonus I've been getting, it makes your curse progress quicker, like for the positive benefits.
Yeah, so you also pick you should also be picking either the bonus hit point or skill point when you're doing that.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah. So you can add that as well. Go ahead though.
Well, the other thing is, next level, I would get the level 10 bonus, which would be a level 5 spell, which I won't be able to cast level 5 spells.
I believe Steve can correct
Don't
me
forget
if
to
I'm
do
wrong. I believe
skills. Right?
you add it as the highest level that you can cast. It becomes that level for you. I believe that's how it
So
works.
that is normally how the ruling works. One of the things that we could technically also do is allow it to be saved until you get to level 5 spells. So you can take the choice of either your highest level spell or waiting on the level 5 spell. The difference would be later on you could obviously retrain it into a level 5 spell because it would be a level 5 spell.
Well, I would get basically at 10th level, Lunar Oracles get telekinesis.
Okay.
So would that just go on my spell list as whatever my max level spell is?
So hold on, let me. What's giving you this again?
Favorite class bonus.
And your what race again? Halfling. Thank you.
Halfling. I mean, it's not relevant right now, so we could deal with it later if you want.
No, we can deal with it.
Deal with it.
Well, this says it's half to Oracle level for purpose of determining the effects of Oracle's curse ability.
Right, and my Oracle curse ability gives me spells.
No, it's the effects of the Oracle curse ability.
I don't understand.
So, for example, the spells that you get, you're going to count as casting them at a higher caster level. That's what effect means. So anything that's dependent upon the level of your character is going to use a higher level than your existing level. It's for the effect, determining the effects of the Oracle's curse ability.
Right. I don't know.
An effect is like the aftermath of what happens, right?
At certain levels of your curse, you gain ability. Like each curse has different things.
Correct.
They're not all spells. So you would get those abilities early.
No, you're not getting those early. This is about effects. This isn't about treat your Oracle level as a higher level. It is you treat it for the purposes of determining the effects. So if you have something that like says X number of rounds per level, you treat the rounds per level as a higher level, but you're still the same level. It's
so
the effect.
So this does nothing.
Almost this is why people don't often take favorite class options, because almost all of them ultimately like kind of suck. This would give you a few extra rounds of something, or like if, for example, like you got bark skin, it would give you an additional natural armor bonus, or if you got like magic missile, it could give you a couple of extra an extra magic missile or two. But like overall, yeah, it does not do a lot. There's no Oracle curse that gives you magic missile.
Anyway.
So
yeah, so I'll get I'll just go get I'll take skills and HP then. Okay, that was it.
okay. But yeah, have you guys discussed the plan that you have yet? I know there was a little bit of the talk about what was going to happen, but what is this plan for recovering this book? Is just Luna going to try to get it? Is it going to be a party thing?
So I was under the assumption that we had to like use the book where it was. Is that not the case?
Yeah, it does have to be in the same place.
Okay, so I guess here's my thought process of what I'm gonna try, and I don't know if this will actually work, but it's what I'm gonna try. I was gonna spend. So Drogoton made it sound like that. The two guys are guarding the book, but they're like trading off. They're not guarding at the same time. They like trade off.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what he said last time. So I was gonna watch and see what their sort of shifts are to get an idea of when they shift change. Earlier in the day, when I know they're about to shift change, I basically want to interject a little bit of something when I want to shift change when Jonathan is leaving shift and Yakov would be going on shift. And I'm going to use that time to kind of like make my first interaction with Jonathan to try to like set some stuff up. And then I'm hoping I can convince him to deal with Yakov for me. And hopefully that'll keep them busy at some part of his shift. And then that's when we can like try to do our stuff. So I would convey that to the group, like that's my plan. So we would want to time it to where when we think that like Jonathan might be like telling off Yakov, and hopefully it means they get into a macho man fight for a minute, that we can sneak in at that time and sort of use that window as our time to hopefully reverse everything. And then yeah, I'm hoping from there on I'm basically ghosting Yakov, and then from that point on I'm like my plan was like to get Jonathan on the hook, like the first, like obviously I'll have to probably like be with him in order to get him to do this for me, and I'm gonna make him feel good about himself that time, but then from then on out I'm gonna be like wasn't as good, so hoping I can play it that way to do what I have to do with him. So that is my hope that hopefully work.
So well, we lost the memory of the ritual, so we'd have to relearn how to do it. I don't know how long that might take.
I mean, it took you guys a little while to do it before, so in some things there is, of course, some level of familiarity that might stick around. But you're not doing the ritual. You're doing the ritual that he performed, and it seemed like he was able to perform it simply by following the book. But you guys also don't really know how to read the code of the book, so you have to first decode the book.
Okay, yeah.
Because remember, the book does not have a language that any of you know, because it is not a language that is known. It is well, I guess it could be learned if you had the book and the ability, and like a code book to go along with it to decode it and learn it over time. But as it stands right now, the book is coded. But yeah,
So, well, okay, so maybe instead of stealing the book, you just rip out the pages that we want, and then we try and translate them?
Well, I mean, are we seriously wanting to, like, rip out? I was thinking we would get in there, use the time, hopefully try to, like, decode this information, do it. I mean, I don't know how long it's going to take to decode it, but I also don't know how many times I'm going to have access to this book. We have to do the ritual in that area. I mean, I don't know. I'm trying my best to figure out how to make this work.
Was it a magical book? It was just a regular book, right? With rituals?
The book has magic on it, but it is...
so it might explode or something if we try and rip the pages, okay.
Yeah, you don't know about any of those effects, but you know that the book makes you more friendly to followers of Lars. Which wouldn't affect you in any negative way, but...
Yeah, so... Well, if it's magical, we don't want to rip out the pages. So
I think our best bet is
bad plan.
Be prepared. Hope that like whoever is the best at decoding can decode it quickly. It seems like it shouldn't be that hard. I would assume like Drogoton. But he might know how to decode it better, I guess, but he just followed a ritual in the book. We've been able to look at it and figure out these rituals, so I'm hoping we'll be able to look at it, figure out the ritual in that moment, do the ritual, and be done before they're done fighting or, whatever.
So do we want to do some of the stuff you guys want to do before this, or do we just want to jump to the ritual and then handle the ritual attempt and handle the rest of the stuff you guys want to do the next day?
I mean, yeah, I can do shopping the next day. I don't think I
I just had
get
that.
any ritual helping stuff.
I just had that meeting with any local historian. I don't know if I find Elizabeth. I can do that whenever you want.
Yeah, so we can do that real quick before we go on to the attempt of the ritual. So yeah, you will, Astrum, you'll find that there are a lot of closed doors here as you're looking for information. Not a lot of people are willing to speak to you. But as you're asking around, somebody will recommend to you a woman by the name of Elizabeth. Elizabeth Spiros. They'll give you a location that you can go to, say that she freely meets with people for the most part, as long as you come without hostility. They'll explain that she can sense it if you happen to be coming with malintentions, and defensive mechanisms will stop you from being able to approach. But you can, as long as you have no hostile intentions, you can head to her, to where she is, and give the door a good knock. She will open it. Yes, who are you?
Hello. I am.
Why do you
Sen.
have... Is that... What have you done to Felix?
Oh, yes, you knew him. Unfortunately, he found himself on the wrong side of the news in the labyrinths. I was able to make use of the body, though, before it decomposed too much.
Disappointing. That really stifles our research.
Oh, you had business with the man.
Yes, there was a crypt down in the depths that he was supposed to be investigating, but that has failed.
Well, perhaps that business can continue even in the afterlife. It's by fate, perhaps, that we meet.
Listen, I don't know you from anyone else off the street. Who are you?
Like I said, you can call me Sen.
No. We're not playing that game. If I'm going to be fair with you, you're going to be fair with me. And your name, please.
Just checking if I have rank to engage. I do not. Okay. I look at her. Do I see any spell components? Is she clearly to be a presenting caster, or is this unclear from a glance of her?
It is unclear at glance of her.
Unclear. I realize the danger in professing one's name.
Yes, this is why you have mine in full.
Allegedly, I don't know that to be true.
You can scry, correct or no?
That power eludes me.
Well, then I suppose you don't really yet have to worry about someone knowing your full name, now do you?
Well, settle down there. No need for...
It's
looks
true.
like the wizard way to say dick measuring. Component weighing. No need for that.
It is true, nonetheless, that at your current level of capabilities, things that would hunt you down aren't exactly doing so, and I'm not here to hunt you down. There are many ways you can prove who I am. She'll, walk over and take out a small vial of what looks like blood from a what was a locked cabinet. You could see when she moved her hand in, you could hear a clicking noise as it unlocked. I could prove it this way, if you happen to have blood biography.
If this were a charade, I think this would be more extensive than necessary. I think we can be on equal terms.
Very good.
I'll give her a little bow and say, Astrum Senhelm at your service.
Very good. Thank you. Now we can be friends.
Perhaps.
Well,
Found
if we're
some-
going to work together, we must be friends. I do not work with my enemies, and I do not work with people who are only close acquaintances.
I see. I don't have many friends, I guess. Perhaps you'll be the first.
Luna clearly tried to be your friend.
I just met you. I don't know you're from it. Strange voice in my head, sorry. Yes, perhaps we are friends then.
Good. How did you said acids took Felix from this world?
Yes, I'm not familiar with how interested you are in the necromantic arts, but his raising has actually provoked some research on my end, and I'll kind of step aside and motion for him to step forward.
Yeah, and she'll see the ooze, the acid kind of dripping from him. Oh, rather interesting. This is quite a rarity. There must have been a lot of emotion in him the moment before the acids really took him out. I'm very curious. She'll like turn and start digging out a few things from a drawer.
Yeah, as she's doing that, I'm pulling out parchment and scribbling down this note about emotion impacting things. Reflect my actual notes.
Now, curiosity. I can't remember. Let's see if this works. It's been a long time. And she will start to cast a spell on it that will take about 10 minutes.
Careful, I spend money raising that.
I do not intend to break it.
Okay.
And she will cast Speak with Dead.
Whoa, is that allowed to happen while I have control of him?
You get to have it make a will save.
I can let him fail if I want, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll let him fail.
Okay. Because there aren't exactly rules about whether or not you can speak with dead with the the body must be mostly intact. I would say that this is mostly intact. It's damaged, so it would only give partial answers. Oh no, it does. I'm sorry, the very last line. There it is. The spell does not affect a corpse that has been turned into an undead creature.
Yeah, I thought so. But...
Yeah, I thought so too, and then I didn't see it like immediately towards the top of it, and I was like, okay, I can do this. And then nope.
They're not as
should have read the whole thing.
I'm sure.
So no, she will not cast Speak with Dead then. It's a shame we can't ask certain questions. I would love to be able to, but
maybe we can arrange that if I terminate it and then raise it again after you've done asking your questions. I think that would work.
Your onyxes will lose their power. They are material components. They are consumed as part of what you do. I would rather you not have to go through that expense. It is not worth it that much to figure this out.
Okay. But what brings me to you is actually maybe you're already aware of this. Felix, I believe his name was. He was carrying some interesting books. I was wondering if you could assess their value, or if they have no interest to me, but I am in need of coin, so. And I'll again wave a hand to Felix, and he'll produce the Book of Cult of Lars, History Volumes 47 to 49. So that's 3 books. And then another book, Book of Names. He'll take that out as well. Those are 4 books.
Yeah, she'll look at the 2 books and kind of flip through them.
4 books.
I'm sorry. Yeah, because you grabbed 47 through 49.
40, yes. Right, that's right.
She'll like flip quickly through the books, but when she gets to the Book of Names, she'll stop. Where did these come from?
I don't actually know. It was on Felix himself. I imagine he procured them in the dungeon. Most casters wouldn't carry these sort of books on them if he had encountered them earlier, I imagine.
She closes the book and sets it down slowly. The last book she's looking at, and sets it down slowly on the counter or on her table. And she reaches down again and motions to another cabinet, or another drawer that opens. that unlocks as she waves her hand and then opens. And she will procure a small bag of gold. I believe in being as fair as I can, and I believe that what you brought me is potentially quite valuable. And she'll, like, kind of fling the bag to you. It's a bit weighty.
Yeah, if you don't mind me asking, why are these valuable? A book of names and a history book on the cult of Lars. What were you guys working on? Perhaps I can substitute this arrangement? It sounds very fascinating. I am interested in history to some extent.
I presume these two things are related to each other. If you have books of the history of a cult of Lars and a random book of names, there may be some information similarities between the two. And if there is, then I have some information I need to verify first. But there may be... I don't want to get into details yet. Until I have answers, I don't like to speak in theoreticals. But let's just say there's a lot of value in this if I continue my research.
Excellent. Well, I'll be taking the coin, and if you are interested in working further with me, let me know. I think I'll be hanging around town for some time. I've met Felix's old companions, and they seem to be agreeable. Did you just correct my spelling?
I did.
Thanks. I just noticed a change. I'm like, what? Felt like magic. It felt like she was correcting it in my notes magically. Like, correct what? Yes. Thank you. I'm going to delete these books off my character sheet.
Okay.
Should I remember that she has these, or
you can? I would right now like
them?
Mark them as that she has them in the in like the slot area.
Okay.
Put in possessed by Elizabeth or something along those lines.
Okay, and then I'll remove the weight.
Yep.
Okay. And how much gold should I add to my sheet?
100 platinum.
Oh, that'll pay for some good undead.
If you can get me even more information related to this, or if you can manage to find the crypt below that Felix was looking for, there is value in that as well.
Yes, he perished on... I would know the number level, right?
Yeah.
He perished on the 6th level. Was that the level he was trying to search on, or did he need to go deeper?
It was, that as far as my research was able to tell.
So what was he looking for?
There's some valuable information that lies within a tomb there that he was to be looking for, but I think I've better narrowed down certain things. The tomb is only a point to link us to something better. But still, there's useful things there.
Excellent. I think that's very easy to follow up on, unless you knew exactly where it was in that labyrinth. I heard the passages change.
Yes, it is never the same twice, unfortunately. But what I can say that might be of help to you is it is, first of all, the only crypt on that level. But second of all, it is hidden outside of normal means. You will not simply be able to detect a hidden wall or any such thing. You will actually need magics to discover this thing, this place. It is protected by a portal of sorts. It's likely Felix would have found this portal and had to make his way back.
Excellent. I will conduct some research on how to detect and bypass such things.
Good. That's good practice for someone at your current skill level.
As you'd like to remind me. It's been a pleasure. Felix, say goodbye to the nice lady. What a talker. That one. Well, good day.
Good day.
And we don't have to repeat this, but I guess I make my way to, or find dead bodies to raise these 2 undead that I've characters should do up and spent the money on.
The rest of you, you can sort of wait out, work on your plan, make sure you've got it kind of down pat. And as late day sets in, we can... Looking for... Where's his track? One. Our track didn't play. What? There we go. No, why are you broken? Why is it either broken or I can't remember my music?
The music in round 20, I've noticed, has been a lot better, but
Yeah,
that said, it's day by day. Who knows?
Well, this is the first time I've had the song not working thing happen in a while.
That's happened to me so much.
Oh.
Not lately, but in the history of using it.
Yeah, I mean, in the overall over history, I will agree, but... Oh, actually, this track just isn't here. Okay. Even more annoying. But I got it here, so let's use it. That's not the track I thought it was supposed to be. Hold on. This is fucked up. God damn it, music. I need to start checking things beforehand. Not here. Down. I don't know why I have to put it over here again, but here, this is... That's too loud. That's not what I want. All right. So, Luna, you have the time set. You're watching for the transition to occur. You watch as Yakov starts to walk away, as Jonathan has taken his place. The two of them exchange a few words, but otherwise it is mostly business as usual between the two of them.
Okay, I think that was like opposite of what I wanted, because I want it when Jonathan is going to be off duty.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the other. Okay, got it. So yeah, we can
because
flip-flop it.
basically,
It's fine.
like earlier in the day, it was like the wait for him to be off duty so that I can.
Yeah, no, we can, flip it. I'm sorry.
Okay, no.
Because yeah, they're not taking full day. They're not taking full day shifts. They're alternating in partial shifts. So this works out fine. But yeah, so Jonathan takes his leave as Yakov takes the door.
Yeah, so I'll just try to like I think Luna would try to do something where she like intercepts him like in a I accidentally bumped into you way, and be like, oh, I'm sorry.
Who are you?
Oh.
I, Jonathan, I am a god.
Oh, I can see that. You definitely seem like a god.
I am. Many say I am the child of Lars.
Luna tries to hold back laughing.
He's like flexing under his shirt.
Well, that's certainly, you seem like the best of the bunch around here.
Yeah, Dragaton has taken me under his wing to make sure that I am the perfect progeny, as I am to be.
I can see that.
When Lars walked the earth, Lars bore children, and I am of their lineage. I have descended directly. I have traced it myself. But I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. What is this loveliness I see before me?
I am Luna. I'm from the Mistress Temple. I frequent over here.
Well, that means you're the kind of girl that likes to have fun.
Yeah, I love to have fun.
I like to have fun myself. You can't always just be all about beating everybody else up around here.
Well, do you have time to go have fun right now?
I just got off my my shift. Some other loser's taken over, but he should be able to handle it.
All right, we'll lead the way.
Yeah. He'll take you to where he's staying. You guys can have a little tryst.
I'm doing my usual, like, trying to do my charm on him. And, yeah, if I have to, I'll bluff at the end and make him be like, oh, God, you are God. Oh.
Yeah, give me a bluff check with that. But you do feel the charm go off on him quite well.
Cool.
Yeah, he buys it all hook, line, and sinker, and he just kind of like afterwards. Normally, like people don't normally get up afterwards and just kind of like flex around the room, but he's like doing some exercises and trying to look as buff as he can afterwards. Like he feels overly proud of himself in a way that like would make most people uncomfortable to watch. And to see this from what is supposed to be like a man who's pretty highly regarded in this temple just seems even more like this is probably a good reason that there's probably a really good reason you're here.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's fine. Let you feel like you're a god this time. That's gonna change next time. But just be like, God, you know, there is like this other Lars follower who's been kind of like obsessed with me. Do you think maybe you could handle it for me? He like won't leave me alone.
This guy sounds like a total loser. He must be like one of those newbies that can't like hold his shit together.
Yeah, he's definitely not to your caliber, and he has some stupid name like Yakov or something.
Oh, that loser? He's the one guarding the door for me.
Yeah, I mean, do you think you could take care of him for me? It's been really weird. I haven't been comfortable coming around here.
I understand. You're just a little soft, squishy thing, and
Yes.
you know, he looks like a big guy, but he goes down easy, trust me. I'll take care of this.
Okay, that sounds great.
Yeah, he'll throw on some of his clothes, and he will head downstairs.
I'll kind of I think I would kind of
Upstairs,
like tell him like do you want to make plans to meet up again like later? Like I don't know if he's expecting me to like go with him or.
Yeah, just come by whenever. If I'm free, I'll make time.
All right, sounds good. And yeah, I'll head off, kind of briefly let the party know that I'm hoping we'll have a window very soon, and then position myself somewhere where I can kind of watch the area and hope that they like leave and we can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you keep an eye on things. Well, it is all happening, and it's not very long before Jonathan makes his way over to Yakov. Dude, what's the deal? What the fuck do you mean? What the fuck are you doing to Luna? Fucking her? Like, what else? What else would I be doing? What? No way! You're not. She hates you. Who the fuck are you? I'm the man who's fucking her. No, what the fuck? You're not any of these things. I'm a fucking god. You wanna play this game? And he like shoves Yakov. What the fuck, dude? And Yakov like shoves him back, and they just start doing that like shoving each other for like a solid 2 minutes. And eventually,
not cool.
Eventually, Jonathan like pulls back and just hammers into Yakov. And the two of them just start like duking it out. A couple of the rest of the clergy come over, and they're kind of like watching this all unfold. And then like then Yakov, like who's kind of pushed back into the corner against the wall, kind of does one of those like running charges to move him across the room. And a lot of the like clergy and onlookers kind of follow as the fight moves to the other side of the building.
We'll be like, okay, guys, let's go fast.
Yeah, you can rush quickly to the door, and you'll find the door is locked.
Baker, do your thing. I give you guidance.
Oh wait, there's something I have to do first.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Trap.
Well, no, it happens automatically. So.
Yeah.
All right, there's no trap.
Gross.
All right, and that will. Are you going to try to? Well, I guess you found out that it's locked. So let's deal with the trap. Let's see. Trap. Find the trap now. It is one of this, and then.
Finger of Death.
No, it's one of my favorites.
CR20 trap.
Oh.
Let's go.
The Banshee Whale.
No.
Baleful polymorph into a rabbit.
But
Rusty,
does say that
does a 27 hit?
my what? AC?
Your
Yes.
AC. You will take 5 points of damage as a like spike pops out from around the door handle and like lodges into the lower part of your arm.
Oh, crap.
Fine. I'll kill you. Just disable it and get in there.
Sure.
You're fine. You're living. It's just a little damage.
I know I'm living.
Thankfully, you. Oh no, that's just +3 to disable, and I don't know why I put perception in there. So that is just barely enough to not trigger the trap, but also not negate the trap. I believe, right?
Come
Hold
on, man. Get it together. Give me
Make sure
guidance.
I'm not remembering. I thought it was if you're within 5, you don't trigger it, but you don't succeed. I don't know why I'm forgetting these things now. Yeah, if you fail by 4 or less, you have failed but can try again. So yeah, you are fine. Nothing negative happens.
There we go.
There we go. You get the trap disabled and can now try on the lock.
Have some more guidance.
Now don't
Open the
botch
door.
on this one. We don't want it jamming.
I'm sure I'll be fine. I'm a pro.
There we go.
Yeah, you get the door unlocked like the pro you claim to be. The door easily opens, and
Like butter.
the 5 of you can make your way in, or the 4 of you can make your way in.
All right.
Yes.
Let's find this ritual in this book. Figure out how to do it backwards.
Yeah. You can find the book. Sitting next to the book, however, when you find it, is a very small creature that looks almost like a bird, but more
shit.
grotesque.
What's the knowledge?
Yeah, what's the
Either
knowledge?
knowledge, religion, or the planes.
Ooh, knowledge religion.
I could do any of these things, but is anything better?
Yeah, so Silvio and Luna, you'll notice that the tail on the back that kind of curls in a very scorpion-like manner, and the bright red skin shows that this is an imp.
What the fuck?
So.
And it's kind of like leaned against the book.
And this isn't like Lars's favorite animal or anything like that, right?
No.
Okay.
An imp?
Good.
Yeah.
Hey, it could be.
What do we know about?
So imps are devils.
Uh-huh.
They are able to naturally see good magic, dark vision. They heal up rather quickly, and they're immune to fire and poison, resistant to acid and cold. And oftentimes they tend to be invisible, but here it is clearly chosen to be visible.
Would we have any idea about the knowledge of this creature, or why they would have this thing guarding this book?
Oftentimes they operate as familiars to other creatures, or servants in some manner to other creatures.
Let's hope it's not a familiar. Yikes.
It will look up at all of you, and it'll ask, "What the fuck are you here for?"
I just simply wanted to read this book and maybe perform a quick ritual. Is there some deal?
Is it your book?
I mean, is it really anyone's book?
Yes, it is.
I mean, are you sure?
I am sure.
How do you know?
It could easily be our book.
I have been assigned to take care of the book.
Yes, but
I'm a member of the
was
temple. It is my
part
book.
Yeah, see?
Oh,
He's part of the temple. It is his
are
book.
you? Whom are you?
Does it
Are there any
matter?
windows in here?
There
This
are
is
no
a
windows.
high-ranking master. No, what's it?
You could use master, like the it's like a martial artist at a temple, a high-ranking master of the temple.
Yeah, high-ranking master at Temple of Lars.
Give me a bluff with that.
I'll be like nodding, yeah. Well, he said high ranking.
I
Yeah.
thought I knew all of you and was introduced.
Mm. He just became in power, or high ranking. He's a newer high ranking.
Oh. Well, he said if one of the high ranks comes, I'm to offer them service in it.
Perfect. That
it
sounds
will-
lovely.
Step away from the book.
All right, Sylvia. Since we know one of you guys has to open it.
Yeah, I'll open it.
If you don't mind, I'll be doing something here.
What are you doing? I mean, what kind of thing?
I just have questions I have to ask.
Questions of who?
Well, of course, the gods.
Questions
Well,
of the gods.
yes, Lars will have some interest in this, and I need to know if this is his will.
I mean, of course it's his will. A high-ranking officer of Lars is here doing this. Why wouldn't it be his will? Do you not trust his followers?
These are the deeds I have to do. I have been given responsibilities.
And who gave you those responsibilities? A high-ranking officer of Lars?
Yes, the highest.
And this is a high-ranking officer of Lars.
But not higher.
But how do you actually know that? You didn't even know he was a high-ranking officer. How do you know he's not higher?
Because I have not been introduced to somebody doesn't mean they outrank the highest rank.
I mean, it also doesn't mean they don't.
You're gonna have to give me a really good bluff on this attempt.
Alright, can I try to assist her on this?
Yes, you can try to assist, but this is her line.
Oh, it's okay. Probably not good enough.
I should have done the talking.
I
gotta
mean,
think
I
of
was
the
hoping
lines.
maybe I could roll some diplomacy, but
This is a straight up lie.
That's true.
This doesn't make any sense. I believe he's high ranking, but outranking the.
Well,
The-
I don't actually know who gave you the orders, so I don't actually know if he outranks him or not.
Well, this time is being bought. Rusty, can you give me a linguistics check to try to start deciphering this book?
Please make it good.
Yeah, you get some information as you're looking through it, but you know this is going to take a bit of time. Luna, you can keep buying time as Rusty is trying to get the details of the ritual down.
we're not going to be here long. We just are simply, we had a task of finding a ritual and in the book. I'm not sure why this.
What
needs
ritual?
confirming. I'm actually not sure. I'm not really.
You! Why am I even talking to you? You, sir! Why? What ritual?
Can I charm an imp? God damn it.
You just it's just as person, right?
Probably, yeah.
It says charm person, then no, they are not
Yeah.
people.
Damn imp.
You see him like squint a little more, and you know he's like checking to make sure you're not good aligned.
Who's looking at who's he looking at, me or
You? You're like you're the follower of Lars.
Okay. Yeah.
What are you doing here? What ritual do you need?
I don't have time to deal with you, imp.
No. That's what I was
See,
doing.
I mean, I like talking. Him, not so much.
What about my responsibilities? I'm supposed to keep to my responsibilities.
Sounds like your problem.
Bureaucracy in this fucking place is worse than the hells. I
It really
fucking
is.
hate this.
Like, wouldn't it be nice to go back to the hells? Like, who would want to work here?
We don't do the things that we want to do, we do the things that we have to do.
It's very true. I frequently do things I have to do that I don't want to do.
See?
But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't put yourself first sometimes. Sometimes taking care of yourself and doing what you want to do is the most important thing.
Yeah, you gotta get some me time.
You know, you have to prioritize yourself in order to be good at your job. If you're not happy, you can't be good at your job.
I will give you a diplomacy here.
Pretty good. Ooh, nice roll.
Oh wait, this is... You know what? You're kind of right. You know what? Do what you're gonna do. And it'll just like lean back against some of the other books on this shelf.
You know, you are one of the nicest imps I've ever met.
Don't butter me up, princess.
Aw, okay.
And yeah, after a little bit, Rusty can get enough details to know that there is a ritual that lies within the book that has something to do with modifying or erasing memory. And you know, Luna, that if you do the ritual in reverse, that you can undo that.
Yeah, so if he can, I'll just have him tell me each step in order, and then I'll write them on a page in my spell book, and then
You don't have a spell book.
True, I don't have a spell book. I have paper though.
Yeah.
I'll write them and then be like, okay, so we just have to do this backwards, inverse.
Yeah.
Inverse ritual.
So this is a ritual that can be performed by a single person as the master of the ritual, and the individuals that are the participants of the ritual have certain focuses that they need to have.
Would we have any idea if it would be better for the master to be a Lars follower or a more magically adept person?
They need to be able to understand the book in order to perform the ritual. To even have a chance of doing this, because you're on a very tight time constraint.
Uh-huh.
And so this isn't like before where you spent hours making sure
Yeah.
everything was right. This is you having to do this split second, hope it works.
So is that like saying then Rusty needs to be
Rusty's
the
going to have to
master
run the
okay.
ceremony.
Okay. So yeah. So
MC
all right,
Rusty.
you get to run it. Don't
And
mess up.
from the rest of you, I am going to need a will save. From Rusty, I am going to need a knowledge religion check, even without ranks.
Oh, I can take any knowledge.
You do get inspiration as a roll, so
Alright, knowledge, religion.
yeah.
Why am I looking?
Whoa.
They're all the same.
Jeez,
Oh,
what is
Two
happening?
ones.
Exactly what I was hoping for, and maybe exactly what
No.
Dragutin was hoping for.
Oh God.
I only have a plus 10.
All four of you remember sort of what happened there. All four of you remember. you went down into those tunnels to help Dragaton get something that was very crucial to the Temple of Lars. You went down there to help him get this book. This book is incredibly valuable and incredibly useful to the temple. It will make the temple everything the Lars temple needs to be. But there was no devil summoning there. There was no ritual going on. It wasn't a cult. This place is the cult, and you are all working together to try to cleanse the cult from here. And Dragaton is the only one who knows who the true followers are versus who are the cultists.
Makes sense.
Not one of you succeeded with the will save. That is incredible.
Yikes.
I was
The worst
expecting
of
it to
worst
go.
worlds.
I was
We
expecting
work with
the
dragons
knowledge
now.
religion to fail, but I was not expecting no one to succeed at the will saves. So with that information, let's take a short break. See you soon.
Do you want to be a champion? I mean that sincerely. Do you actually want to be a champion? I've seen what you can do. You're good. Maybe even good enough. But you're lazy. Most of the time you just sit there judging others for their mistakes. When you know you could do better. Well, now's your chance. Do you want to be a champion? I mean that sincerely. Do you actually want to be a champion? I've seen what you can do. You're good. Maybe even good enough. But you're lazy. Most of the time you just sit there judging others for their mistakes. When you know you could do better. Well, now's your chance. to be a champion? I mean that sincerely. Do you actually want to be a champion? I've seen what you can do. You're good. Maybe even good enough. But you're lazy. Most of the time you just sit there judging others for their mistakes. When you know you could do better. Well, now's your chance. Do you want to be a champion? I mean that sincerely. Do you actually want to be a champion? I've seen what you can do. You're good. Maybe even good enough. But you're lazy. Most of the time you just sit there judging others for their mistakes. When you know you could do better. Well, now's your chance. Do you want to be a champion? I mean that sincerely. Do you actually want to be a champion? I've seen what you can do. You're good. Maybe even good enough. But you're lazy. Most of the time you just sit there judging others for their mistakes. When you know you could do better. Well, now's your chance. Do you want to be a champion? I mean that sincerely. Do you actually want to be a champion? I've seen what you can do. You're good. Maybe even good enough. But you're lazy. Most of the time you just sit there judging others for their mistakes. When you know you could do better. Well, now's your chance.
You all complete the ritual. What are you gonna do with the book?
I mean, I think we would leave it here, close it back up, leave it as it was. Be like, thanks, little imp man.
You're welcome.
You're cool.
You guys feel a lot cooler now yourselves.
Oh, he's
Cool.
one of us. One of us. One of us.
Well, we're done here, so as you were, I hope you enjoy your job more.
Yeah, he'll lean back over onto the book. Oh, I'm gonna enjoy my job a lot more.
Okay.
Yeah, and you guys can slip out.
I think we would tell Rusty to try to like relock the door.
Yeah, give me
Or,
another
like-
disable device. Yeah, you can relock it. Yeah, you relock the door.
Is there such thing as resetting the trap, or does it look like it'll just?
Yes,
reset
you
on
can
its own?
reset the trap. That would be
I'd
another
say-
disable device.
Baby, try to reset trap too.
Sure, I can try it.
Yeah, you do so successfly.
Cool.
won the
And,
fight?
Jonathan reigns supreme as you guys start stepping out. Clearly, he is every bit the god he claims to be.
Dang.
I'll go slip into the crowd and just like give him like one of those like, yeah, good job.
And he'll flex even more up there. Oh! I don't know anything about flexing, in case you can't tell.
I believe he wants to pump us up.
Oh.
Pump it up.
But as the rest of you are probably making your way towards the exit, Dragaton will approach all of you and put a hand on Silvio's shoulder. Interesting seeing all of you here tonight. Everything go okay?
The best.
Yep. Yeah, because he had indicated we were fine to go do this ritual behind everyone's back.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll be like, yep. Everything went great.
Good. Good. Then all is as it should be. Well, there's a few more things that I've got to work on researching first, so you guys can have some time to yourselves and enjoy it. Don't forget to keep up your practice, though, Silvio.
Luna just walks past after watching the Jonathan display and is like, oh, I'm gonna enjoy this.
Yeah, and the rest of you can head out. Yeah, in this evening, is there anything particular that you guys want to take care of?
How long do we have left in the day?
Just a few hours.
I'd probably work on trying to learn a couple spells then.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'd wanted to get my weapon enchanted with +1, so I know that's going to take some time. So I probably want to get that started tonight.
Okay. Yeah, did you find a place to do that? I don't remember.
The only place that I was involved with was that magical item shop. I don't know if they do it there.
Yeah, so and I guess Higram, you wanted to talk to him about some stuff as well, right?
Yeah.
So the two of you can swing by them to get by there together. Ah, my friends, you're back.
How's it going?
Business is going well. Is business going well for you as well?
Yeah, not too bad.
I am
I
glad
actually
to hear
came
that.
by about that thing we had talked about. The
Yes.
possible business venture.
Yes, I have some good business for you.
Oh.
Not long ago, there was a group of people that have gotten lost, and they could do to be found. They had found some sort of map on a drow body while they were adventuring that would lead them to some sort of secret trading post that's supposed to be in the depths. But they haven't come back, and I've been holding on to this item until like take out this this like flowing kind of silverish cloak. They left this as a deposit towards me getting an item made for them, and I'd really like to reunite them with this object. If you could, they went in here, and he'll like write down the location on a sheet of paper and slide it to you.
I mean, I have that map. You can mark it on there.
I thought the map you have is of the underground.
I have. I also have the map of the general area around the town here.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, it's this. But he'll slide it over to you.
It was 5 miles or whatever.
He doesn't want to. Yeah, he doesn't want to mark it on the map. He just writes down which location they went to, and you'll notice it is the same location you guys were in before, like the same place you guys went down at last time.
What was the makeup of the group?
There was a wizard. There was, I assume, a cleric. They had a lot of holy things on them, but the symbol. I'm not good with the gods. There was somebody who gets very angry very quickly. And the other one stuck to the corners of the room.
Were they mostly human?
Mostly. The one that stuck to the corners seemed a bit small.
Oh, like me.
Yes, maybe a little taller. They were flaunting quite a bit of coin as well. So I'd like them not to lose it. I mean, it would be best for business if they came back with their money intact.
Do you know how far down they were planning to go?
They said this existed somewhere around the fifth level, the fifth depth.
All right.
But they've been gone for almost a week now.
We didn't see anything like that while we were down there, right?
No.
Any remains, any... I'm going to ask them if he can describe the... Oh, can you describe the holy symbol? I know you said you're not good at that type of thing.
Yeah, he will sketch you out a holy symbol. And do you have any ranks in knowledge religion?
Not at all.
Okay.
No.
I guess...
Well, I obviously
yeah.
do.
Silvio, give me a knowledge religion check. Yeah. You're a little perplexed to see this, but he draws out the old symbol of Shashat, the spiral.
Yeah, so like that's like a religion that doesn't exist anymore to my knowledge.
So the
Or
old
it's the new form.
Yeah, this is the old symbol. So you know that Shashat has been kind of weakening as a god in general, which she kind of deserves because fuck that bitch. And her like this symbol is from back when she was more about magic and less about protection.
Right.
All right. We'll see what we can do as far as getting you these, getting you your good customers back.
Thank you. What about your friend here? Is he just here to be your bodyguard?
No,
My
I
bodyguard.
was
He'll chuckle at that.
I was looking to see if you were able to enchant a bow with +1.
I am not able to enchant things, but I can reach out and find you someone who can. I do charge a bit of a finder's fee for such a thing. But my discount for doing such usually makes up for it. So for around 2,000 gold, I should be able to locate it and get it taken care of for you.
All right.
Now you can either leave the bow with me or you can leave a deposit with me while I work on some of the details.
Do you know the approximate time that you would need?
The person will likely need about 4 days. They'll probably have some work, but you'll be put on the list sooner than most other people would.
Would you have a loner bow by any chance?
Unfortunately
Just
not.
in case. No.
But if I had collateral, I could very simply be able to keep shifting accents. I would be very simply able to put yours in line, and then when the time comes that I need your bow, we could collect it and do things more efficiently. So it would only be 2 days of you being without the bow, but you need to leave something else of reasonable value with me to solidify the deal.
I glanced
Or
at the
pay it all
shimmering
in
bow
advance.
You held up earlier.
Your choice.
Yeah, I mean, I'll gauge just to
Yeah.
see if this is like business as usual.
Yeah, he seems on the up and up here. You get the impression that, like, because he's doing a lot of legwork to get you in with someone, he doesn't want to be in that situation where he's got to be like, and then the guy just, like, decided he didn't want to pay for it and he fucked off. So having the collateral item means that, like, the person is definitely going to come back because they need that item, and he's getting you this priority in line because you know magic items are not something that's, like, real easy to come by around here. Getting somebody that can even, like, enchant this on a low level is a pretty big accomplishment and almost like a reward for knowing someone well enough.
Okay. Yeah. So I can just leave the deposit instead because I don't have any like equal to 2,000 items.
Yeah, you can put the money. You can pay the money in advance, and
Okay.
and he'll make sure it gets taken care of.
Yep, I will do that.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Get it back here in
That
2 days, and get the bow back here in 2 days, and I'll have it back to you the 2 that follow.
okay, and so 200 platinum. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
So have you gotten any new merchandise in stock? Of the magical variety, of course.
Things come and things go, as they are prone to do. But what interests you?
I was actually looking for. I doubt you have any headbands for that increase like your mental abilities, specifically charisma.
Yeah, I want that. Gimme.
Ooh. Well, you are sort of in luck today. I have come into acquisition of something just like that. Some interesting issues, though, arise. Oh, actually, hold on. There is
rolling the curse.
there's a slim chance of something, but
Hey, curse for charisma, fold.
the slim chance is that it's not cursed, but no, it is most certainly.
Doubly, in fact.
No, I didn't roll that bad. but I need to pull up the list of them, because he at least is aware of what the curse on it is. But this is usually how things end up in his possession. If they're of this kind of value, is somebody fucked up in what they were making and needs to get rid of this thing because they're not going to be able to pawn it off as easily.
Without serious repercussions.
Yes. Where is it? Jesus Christ, where are the item curse thing? Oh, there it is. I'm looking wrong. Oh. That's a lot of the... Oh no, I read that number wrong. Okay. You see, this is not quite in the function that it's supposed to be. There is a penalty that comes with the wearing of this. With a gain of one's positivity, one might lose a bit of one's ability to think clearly.
Oh no.
This is quite a discount, though.
I'm not great at that already. So how much would something like that cost?
This would go for as little as 2,000 GP.
And then to take it off.
It is removable, but it is jarring if you were to take it off over and over again. It's going to be a hard thing for me to sell, but to the right person it will be quite valuable.
I might. With a 3 intelligence, can I even talk normally?
With a 3 intelligence, no. You would start kind of like there's a lot of stuttering and like not being able to like get words to work right in your head.
I don't think I can. I don't think I can do it. I don't think this is the right item for me, but I will keep my eye out for a buyer.
Thank you.
I'm assuming there'll be a finder's fee if I send someone.
If you can send somebody and they are referred by you, I will certainly give you a cut.
I don't suppose you. Oh yeah.
No, go ahead.
I don't suppose you'd have a charisma version of that, would you?
Oh, wisdom version?
You know.
Yeah, wisdom of the charisma thing. Yeah, that's what
let's see. Hold on. Sadly, I do not. I do apologize. Okay. It's very hard to get my hands on these things in the first place.
Anything that can help you carry things easier, or any extra dimensional space bags?
Ooh.
And an extra dimensional space quiver.
Ooh. As far as bags, he does indeed have a bag with extra dimensional space, and it is in fact not cursed.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Rare find.
The issue is it is
no!
the expensive one
Oh no.
because he
Okay.
rolled really high. So yeah, he had somebody turn in not the most expensive one, but nearly. So he has the bag of holding 3. He's willing to let it go for as low as 7,000. He bought it thinking like at first I thought it would be good to have. I could store things in it. And then I realized how much I had spent on this, and it's a lot of money, and I kind of need that money now.
700 platinum. How much can it hold?
It can hold up to 1,000 pounds and has 150 cubic feet of space. You could sleep in this thing if you needed
Yeah.
to.
Well, I'd suffocate though.
Yeah,
Unlike
well,
my other character.
I mean, you can
need
sleep for 10
sleep.
minutes in it.
Yeah. I think I have to buy it. It'll be hard to get another. It'll be hard to find one later. I'm gonna try to make the party give me money on it. I'm gonna look at Silvio. What do you think?
All right. I mean, yeah, it might be something good. We might be able to trade in the other one. Go in on this better one as a party.
Do you
now that
have
we
a
got some
smaller one?
funds.
I would be very interested in a smaller one. Give
You
you
know if it's a type 1 or type 2? I'm like motioning towards
I
Silvio.
am not a magical person.
He can take a look at it, and he can pull out a couple of things, and after a few minutes, he will inform you that it is a bag of holding 1, if I remember correctly, right?
I'm gauging.
Oh, this is the cheap, shitty one.
No, he's telling the truth. It is a bag of holding 1. He doesn't even try to tell you it's cursed.
Nice.
But I would give you the full value of it. I would give you value equal to the 2,500 gold it would be on the market.
I think we'd have a deal with that.
Excellent. So yeah.
So I own 4,500.
Yep, that is correct.
I suppose you're gonna want to continue to hold it. I hand it over to Silvio.
Yeah, like obviously we swap all the items
Yeah,
over.
yeah. The new bag weighs 35 pounds as opposed to 15 pounds, so make sure that is on your character sheet for that. And I will adjust the weight on the bag of holding here.
Nice.
To be correct.
I think overall it'll be worth it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Last one.
I can't fuck you guys over with copper anymore because you guys are just like, nope, it fits.
Oh, we'll suddenly never find any copper now.
Nah, there's always gonna be copper.
I know. I'm joking.
I don't even know how not to put copper on the sheet. Let's see, it should be. Should be 35. Let's see if that's right. Close. 34 though is not. That's close enough. I'll just make it the 35. Okay. Manually. Oh, so annoying. Whatever. Alright. But yeah. You fill up the bag with all the new stuff. It feels like it's got a little more heft to it, obviously, but still
How much heavier?
It is 20, so it's 35 pounds as opposed to 15. You could carry a couple of bodies in here now. And probably like, I don't know, 6 or 8 Felixes. especially.
Okay,
It's
And,
actually an interesting thing I never would have thought of. What if you had a necromancer who kept all his undead in a big bag of holding? And like
This was
unexpected,
3.
he just like lets them spring out.
Well, yeah, you just turn it inside out and dump all of them out.
Because they don't need to breathe, right?
Yeah.
No?
This is bag of holding 3.
Bag
you
of
said?
holding 3.
Okay.
Damn it.
Nobody expects the wizard with a bag of undead.
Him.
But he does not have an extra dimensional quiver.
Does he have any sort of magical quiver?
He has the. Hold on. Ooh. He actually does have a magical quiver.
Right. What
One
is the
moment.
quiver?
Let me pull this up because there is one that I know he would have. It's not the one. Oh, does it just not exist in? Hold on.
Ooh, he has some 3.0 quivers.
Oh, that was the one I was thinking of, and it's annoying.
While you're looking for that, I
Yes.
can make some quick rolls for spells. How many spells would I have a chance to try to learn tonight? You said a couple to a few hours left in the
Yeah,
day.
so you could probably get through like 5 or 6 of them.
I'm just gonna start with level 1 spells. So DC is a 16. So this will be for Charm Person. That's a pass.
Mm-hmm.
Summon Monster 1 is a pass. Icicle Dagger is a pass. I guess I'll jump to a couple 2s, so these will be DC 17, Blindness, Deafness, just barely pass, and Arcane Disruption, pass.
Oh,
Cool.
lucky.
Oh wait, you said 5 or 6, so we'll hit Web.
Okay.
Damn.
Wow.
All right.
It's the
Accurate.
17s.
The famous girl hacker. Those are a lot of low rolls too. You didn't roll higher than a 9. But just enough.
This is not priced right. Why? Very annoying. He does, so the quiver he has, I'll describe the quiver because I can't find the correct price for it, so I'll have to work to find this, but it is, I know base price is kind of pricey. But I have an object that I've come across over the many, many years. It is a quiver that automatically refills the arrows that it is programmed to have. This one, unfortunately, is largely just mundane arrows, but it can be enchanted over time to change it. Unfortunately, though, as with most things that I tend to find, it does have a bit of a problem. That problem is, ooh. Oh right, he looks at the note tag that he has on it. That's why I still have this thing. It only works when there's a particular phase of the moon.
Yeah, I guess I'll pass on that one.
Hey, 1 day a month though. Or a
It's
couple days a
technically
month.
3 days a month. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's 5 days a month. No, wait. I'm trying to remember my calendar. Sorry. It is technically for 10 days. It would be the first 10 days of the month. Because the moon moves in 3 phases.
All right.
But it is still priced at around 8,000 gold. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll absolutely be passing on that.
Yeah, he knows. Like, he's. It's one of those things. Like his salesman mindset. Like, you don't want to sell it for less than you paid for it. But like, it's really reaching that point. Like, you know what? If I don't just get rid of this thing, this is gonna like just be this permanent deadweight that I have forever. If I come across anything, I will keep you in the loop.
Same.
Oh, and since we're here, let me check on one more thing.
Of course.
Cloak of Resistance, +1. Does he have one of those?
Yeah, there's a lot less likelihood of this being cursed, but he does not have one. He is so
Okay.
annoyed when you ask him that question. No, again, I have been cleaned out, but if you can find that group that went down there, they purchased a few of them from me last they were here.
All right.
Perhaps they'd be willing to sell you theirs.
Or smile.
Sounds good.
I think that takes care of most of the stuff for at least this day that you guys said you specifically wanted to get accomplished.
Well, when we leave, I want to go with Silvio back to one of our houses and flip the bag inside out.
Yep.
Just to
Oh,
see if there
believe
was,
me, that was
Yeah.
absolutely the plan.
Just to see if there was loot in there he didn't know was in there.
There is actually, because he didn't do this.
It's a mimic. Damn it!
There is not.
Oh. When I first thought about it, I was like, it's gonna be a chest, and then the chest is gonna kill us.
The chest is a mimic.
Yeah.
I was gonna full on loot table your asses. Let some massively problematic cursed items show up, I'd hope.
It's like a wrecked raft. Like, why did they keep it? Why?
But no, it is empty.
Just a big pile of valuable artwork falls out.
This was their artwork bag.
You would make Ryan so jealous.
Yep.
Ryan, whose goal is to have the loot tables roll artwork of high value at some point. But yeah, you guys can finish up your evening. And the next day will shine upon all of you. But shine is kind of a weird word here because the sand has kicked up a lot today. And it is very windy. Bits of sand get in your eye as you kind of like move about the city. The walls do a good job, but every once in a while, like these big bursts of just sand-filled wind kind of slap across your face. And I'm sure for someone who is native to underground, this has got to be like one of the most ridiculous and annoying things ever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Astrid
prepare
kinda-
air bubble and bubble my head.
Turns to the camera and says, "These winds are wicked today."
Oh my god.
Yeah!
Takes his sunglasses off.
Why?
I feel that this is a good omen from Lars, bringing us all adversity to triumph over.
But yeah, what kind of stuff do you guys want to get accomplished today? I know Luna, you said you wanted to check in with Honorine.
Yeah, my goals for the day are check in at my temple, check in with Honorine, probably go back to Lars temple. Maybe I'll wait a day and then go back there. And a few more spells to learn.
All right. Do you go get anybody to go with you to speak to Honorine, or are you going solo?
I think this would be a solo visit.
Okay. Ah, Luna, it is a pleasure to see you again.
Yes, I just got back into town. I figured I should make my stop in and see how you're doing.
Well, I thought you might have had news.
Yes, I mean, I have a little bit of information, but unfortunately we got sent out of town on a mission of sorts and haven't been able to follow up more, but I can at least tell you what we know.
Well, I guess that's a start. I understand, busy is busy. You can't get out of your other responsibilities. But remember, I'm offering you a lot more than I'm sure whoever you're working for is offering you.
Yes, unfortunately, the other thing is sort of a weird religious obligation that one of our members follows, so it's one of those things where we kind of have to do that thing, and obviously we are very interested in following up on this for you, but when we're out of town, of course, it's not something we're able to prioritize. But we should be back in town for a while, so hopefully we can get some more information for you.
Good. What do you have now?
So I think all the information we had is just that they followed him to that house, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, one of our members was able to follow the man back to wherever he was going after he leaves the fish market, and he took a interesting, very specific path every day through the town and led to
this explains why some
house.
of the people I sent died on the way.
Yes, they have seems a lot of people stationed along this path, specifically watching for anyone following him. We had to be extremely stealthy to not be noticed by these people.
Now that you have the location, are you making plans of what you plan to do next?
I have not been privy to those plans, but I am sure it is something that is going to be thought up here soon. But I will remind the rest of the group that this is something we were, working on, and make sure they remember what we're doing here.
I appreciate that. It's always good to have somebody making sure that the best interests of the city are kept at the forefront of people's minds.
Yes, of course.
How is your religious studies?
Oh, they are going quite well, actually. Some always new experiences to be had, always interesting things to partake in. Nothing quite as interesting as what I got to experience with you, but we can't ask for those rarities very often.
True, but would you mind sharing some of those experiences you've had recently? You don't have to magically do it. I'd be happy to just listen.
Sure.
What stories do you tell him?
I'll ask him first, are you squeamish?
Sometimes. But I'm still interested.
I'm gonna tell him a story about having relations with a crazy giant mantis creature.
Yeah, his eyes open wide. And he asks lots and lots of details. He is every time you describe something, there's another detail that he's and what, and then this, it was this. And he seems incredibly enthralled with this very idea. I didn't realize that you could do these kinds of things with those kinds of things.
I didn't really know either. I just took a gamble and hoped it would work out.
Seems like it could have been very dangerous.
I'm sure it could have, yes.
And right there in front of everyone?
Well, I mean, there wasn't exactly any place to get privacy, so it was either do this or fight it and maybe risk our lives. I don't know how powerful that creature is, but I decided, I mean, what's a little modesty to potentially save some lives?
He will, he'll, like, get up, carefully, and he'll walk across the room, grab some stuff out of a drawer, bring it over to you, and set down, like, a pile of gems, on your lap. Can you share it with me directly?
Sure.
Do you have share memory, on tap?
I didn't change my spells for the day, but I probably would have for like RP in town.
Yeah,
stuff,
that's
'cause, like,
fine.
I wouldn't need gentle repose while we're in town or life pact. So
I
I
want to feel you get penetrated.
yeah, I mean, I'll share the memory.
Yeah, you share that, like, the full minute with him from right before the start. And as he comes out of it, he'll just kind of, like, stare at, like, kind of you and the wall and, like, just completely, like, almost unable to accept, reality. I did not think it would work quite like that.
That was definitely a new experience, that's for sure.
Well, thank you. Thank you for that. But yes, I suppose you have work to get back to.
Yes, I also had some questions for you.
Oh, yes. Go ahead.
I know you said you had some hookups to potential magical items. I just wondered if you had any contacts or anyone that you could help get me in touch with for a few things I'm looking for.
I do. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for 2 items.
He'll
One,
take out some paper and he'll start writing.
yeah, is something I would wear around my head to enhance my lovely charismatic abilities, and it is said that many witches travel around with blouses that they can adorn tokens of their conquests on. It's rather fearsome and gruesome at times, but it allows them to more swiftly, in times of need, use their cackling ability. And
You are very well versed in magical items for someone that is from such a scummy place.
well, I'm not originally from here. It's just where I ended up.
Really? Where are you from originally?
Town up. I think it's north from here. You might have heard of it, Catheros?
You're a big city girl, then.
Yes. You know, had to unfortunately leave the big city. Too many people trying to tame me, I guess you could say.
Well, I think I can facilitate what you need. I'll tell you what. I'll do you one better, at least with regard to your headgear or whatever else the rest of your crew needs. If you can deal with this issue of this man, if you can assure me that you're going to deal with this issue, I will make sure that your whole team gets exactly what they need. You're still the bowman, the wizard, the one with the you had a scimitar when you fought in that, right? Not a mace.
Me?
Yeah, because you were using the blade at the time, the ghost blade.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
longbow.
Yeah, and the pointy stab man. Yes.
We've had some slight changes. The one with the scimitar is slightly different. He no longer uses that weapon. Now he's using some weird one in a funky starish shape. I don't really know weapons per se. He's just changed weapons. Unfortunately, though, our wizard, he met his death on our last adventure.
Well, if you can, get me the information about what each of them needs, and I will make sure this is taken care of.
I can do that.
Wonderful. It will take me some time to get these things in, of course, once I get the details, but they will be yours. As far as the robes you're looking for, however, importing them will be difficult. I will see what I can do and let you know what I find.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
But yeah, I'll spend a little time at least popping around to people's places if anyone's around and home, and just let everyone know and remind everyone about this this thing we promised to do, and that I spoke with Honorine, and if we make a list of the items we're looking for, he's willing to help facilitate us getting them as long as we take care of this thing while we're in town.
I'm actually going to let your character know, like, about the headband, and I'm going to let you know about the downside.
Okay, I'm like, no.
But also that it's.
I'm sure Honorine can find me something much better. I'm not going to take my chances with that. Thank you, though, I guess.
Half price, though.
I'd rather pay full for quality.
Maybe he has those robes you're looking for.
I ended up in the same boat.
But yeah, so you can gather it up. I don't know how you'll find Astrum in the process, though, since unless he's still sleeping on your couch.
I mean, I don't know if he's found another place to go yet, so I guess I just wait and see if he shows up at my door eventually.
Yeah, what is Astrum doing?
So I guess we already skipped a day, right? So I would have been able to have already raised those 2 undead that I made.
Yeah, we kind of glossed over that because you are able to pick up corpses for one reason or another. There are people that do want to be brought back to see what Delanrian has in store for them.
Sure, yeah. So I would have picked up those 2 to raise, and then after that, I think I'm just looking to rejoin the party to figure out like what everyone's doing with.
Okay. So yeah, then Luna can try to get the information from you about what you need for what you would want from either a headband or some other item that will give you some bonus abilities.
Like, yes, we got a weird dude with some funky psychic abilities to kill you. You interested?
Oh, yes. Sounds like a very good candidate to raise.
I was just thinking that he wants some special undead out of it.
It would be preferable if we could make his death quite gruesome. I think that would... Wait, do I know that?
No, you have, go ahead and give me a knowledge undead roll. Let's premiere this.
Natural one.
Oh, of course. So yeah, you know there needs to be some emotion involved, but yeah, you don't know that like it needs to be particularly gruesome.
Okay. If he has some supernatural abilities, this should impact maybe his death, if there's some emotion involved when you kill him.
I would assume he must. He has some weird ability to speak into people's minds. I imagine that must be supernatural-ish. I don't know exactly what he is, but we do know that.
Your contact who's giving you items, is it at cost, or are you getting it cheaper or more expensive?
I'm assuming it's probably going to be around at cost.
Ah.
I think
Ugh.
he's just helping facilitate us having access to these items easily.
Well, I've expended my funds in other areas, so I think I'll be good until we get more loot, as they say.
Assuming he was still wanting us to pay for them. Or was that like...
No, these items he would be getting you for as payment for success.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so then never mind. I would let you know that no, these items are complimentary as long as we are successful in our...
And this is up from what he had originally offered you guys for completion.
Then yeah, you could put me down for a cloak of resistance or a headband of vast intelligence. Either of these things would be very valuable to me. If those aren't in stock, then a belt of some
we
sort,
can
but-
start with those, and I'm sure if he is not able to acquire them, he will let me know, and I can let you know.
Excellent.
All right.
I'll also let the party know if they're looking to make some coin that we can try to find that group that went missing down where we were earlier. It seemed like they were headed towards the Drow shopping area where we were before.
I also heard they have cloaks of resistance, I say as I'm drooling.
Well, again, since we sort of promised honoring, and he is paying us and acquiring magical items for us, I think that should be our top priority.
Oh, for sure. There's no time limit on this. They've already been missing a week, so they're probably whatever's going to happen to them probably already did.
True.
Sorry, there is something really quick. Is it difficult to obtain onyx gems?
No,
Or can I just...
you can
Okay.
get them pretty easily.
Alright, I'm just going to deduct some money and put some in my component pouch.
Yep. I think we're going to take a bit of a longer break here. But we'll be back shortly.
Do you want to be a champion? I mean that sincerely. Do you actually want to be a champion? I've seen what you can do. You're good. Maybe even good enough. But you're lazy. Most of the time you just sit there judging others for their mistakes. When you know you could do better. Well, now's your chance. Do you want to be a champion? I mean that sincerely. Do you actually want to be a champion? I've seen what you can do. You're good. Maybe even good enough. But you're lazy. Most of the time you just sit there Now's your chance. Do you want to be a champion? I mean that sincerely. Do you actually want to be a champion? I've seen what you can do. You're good. Maybe even good enough. But you're lazy. Most of the time you just sit there judging others for their mistakes. When you know you could do better. Well, now's your chance. Do you want to be a champion? I mean that sincerely. Do you actually want to be a champion? I've seen what you can do. You're good. Maybe even good enough. But you're lazy. Most of the time you just sit there judging others for their mistakes. When you know you could do better. Well, now's your chance. Do you want to be a champion? I mean that sincerely. Do you actually want to be a champion? I've seen what you can do. You're good. Maybe even good enough. But you're lazy. Most of the time you just sit there judging others for their mistakes. When you know you could do better. Well, now's your chance. champion? I mean that sincerely. Do you actually want to be a champion? I've seen what you can do. You're good. Maybe even good enough. But you're lazy. Most of the time you just sit there judging others for their mistakes. When you know you could do better. Well, now's your chance. Do you want to be a champion? I mean that sincerely. Do you actually want to be a champion? I've seen what you can do. You're good. Maybe even good enough. But you're lazy. Most of the time you just sit there judging others for their mistakes. When you know you could do better. Well, now's your chance. Do you want to be a champion? I mean that sincerely. Do you actually want to be a champion? I've seen what you can do. You're good. Maybe even good enough. But you're lazy. Most of the time you just sit there judging others for their mistakes. When you know you could do better. Well, now's your chance. Do you want to be a champion? I mean that sincerely. Do you actually want to be a champion? I've seen what you can do. You're good. Maybe even good enough. But you're lazy. Most of the time you just sit there judging others for their mistakes. When you know you could do better. Well, now's your chance. Do you want to be a champion? I mean that sincerely. Do you actually want to be a champion? I've seen what you can do. You're good. Maybe even good enough. But you're lazy. Most of the time you just sit there judging others for their mistakes. When you know you could do better. Well, now's your chance.
Stepped away, but that is no big deal. She'll be back in a moment. But in the meantime, you guys all have this plan that you want to discuss. There she is. So, what is the plan for how you want to do this? You know the location. Do you have any ideas for how you want to plan this out? What you think would be a good idea, bad idea? Dumb idea. Let's start with the dumb ideas. I got one for you, okay? You guys all bunch together real tight, walk up to the front door, knock, and say, "Hi, we're a group of people here to kill you, and I assure you everything goes well."
That's Higram's idea.
Maybe someone should
No,
scope out
sounds
the
good.
building.
Yes. What are the details you have on this person? Are they particularly good with spells? Are they more adverse in combat? What do we know?
Was there anything Rusty noticed about him when he was having the conversation with him?
No, the guy kind of played his hand like very tightly, so not a lot of details were really given away aside from the telepathy ability.
Yeah.
And maybe that he has some way of reading thoughts, but that was sort of unclear.
Did he just have regular clothes on?
He was dressed relatively normal.
In cloth or in normal in some sort of armor, though?
He was in cloth.
Do we know if he carries bodyguards with him, or is it just him we're expecting?
Well, we know when he followed him back, it was just him. However, there were people stationed at particular intervals watching him, so we potentially maybe need to be in the area of the house prior to him walking back there, so that it's not like we're not seen following him. Don't tip off the people watching him walk back that anyone is planning anything against him.
And I wonder how far his telepathy reaches, like if he can call out to those people.
Well, I have ways that can incapacitate him rather quickly. If Luna can lower his ability to lower his willpower, I can quickly incapacitate him.
Should be able to do that relatively easily as long as he's not immune to my ability. I don't know if his telepathy... Did he appear to be like a... what race was he? Did he look like...
They look very humanoid, but they have like a smooth head and a little bit of an awkward shape to their face.
But most creatures that are immune to mind affecting are immune because they don't have minds. And he clearly has thoughts, has telepathy. He's got to have a decent mind, so it'd probably be rare that if he wasn't exactly humanoid, that he would be immune to mind affecting, because he clearly has a mind.
Presumably.
So, unless he's a very odd, strange creature, or has some strong powers of making him immune to these certain things, I should be able to do that with ease.
Well, I would think that being a mind creature, he probably would have a decent chance of beating your power.
Yes, but the lovely thing about that power is regardless of if he is able to overcome it or not, it still affects him for 6 seconds or so, and if I play my cards right, I can extend that. Doesn't matter.
Perfect.
Yeah. So what's the plan? Are we going to ambush him at this residence, or?
I think our best bet is to ambush him at the residence. I think it would be a good thing if someone on the stealthier side could maybe try to scope out the place a little bit. Maybe when we know he's gone, since we know a certain time he goes to the fish market, maybe
I could try to check out the building.
Problem is, like Silvio mentioned, how far does his telepathy reach? If you get too close, could he read your thoughts and know he's under threat?
We could check with that super weak wizard. Maybe he knows.
Weak wizard?
Yeah, incredibly weak and whiny and cries a bunch.
Oh, you mean Honorine? He's not that weak. He just knows when he has no chance of survival.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he has some limited knowledge of other creatures. Maybe he knows about their telepathy, how far it reaches, that sort of thing.
Well, I can certainly stop in and speak with him. I'm sure he would be glad to know that we're formulating a plan to actually deal with this creature. But I think it would be good to have Rusty scope out the place a little bit, maybe get an idea if he can see anything through a window or a crack, get an idea of what the interior looks like, and if he feels like it's safe enough, maybe just check around and see if he spots any traps. Obviously, you don't touch them yet, but be good to know if we should
Yeah,
expect traps.
Yeah, today might be a good day to do it too because of these sands. It might make it harder to see them or hear them too. Yeah.
What day of the week is it?
You are about middle of the week.
And he does his trips beginning and like end,
And
right?
they're towards the middle, actually. It's like the 3rd and the 7th, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
The 3rd and the 8th, something like that.
Do we happen to be on one of the days that he makes these trips?
I'm trying to trace because I'm not doing as much of the John having the exact precise day. But I believe you guys are basically at day 3 right now.
And like looking at the nearby windows of whatever building is here, like does the sand seem to be like making it hard to look into them, or
the sand isn't like, it's not super thick. It's not like a dust storm. The noise would create some interference because there's a lot of howling and whistling. But the sand is more annoying than anything else because periodically you have to like wipe it off of parts of you, where you like take it, you get like a gust that crosses your nose and you get like that sand nose sensation. You have to kind of like wipe away your nose for a little while to get it out, but it doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, get more information and scope the building out if possible.
I was trying to see if I had any magic that would be helpful here since I've gotten some new stuff.
So I'll give you the little information that Honorine has. He does know that they do have, that their telepathy is close range. Within like a few dozen feet of you is all. Okay. And then it's basically not, it doesn't seem to work. That's why they often get close to their targets when they're talking to them. He'll explain that they all don't actually look like what you see them as. They tend to keep themselves disguised in public. Many of them have been doing a relatively good job of it, but the disguises they have can't hide every aspect of them. There are still features of them that will always shine through. The one he is the most impressed by is that you can't always see their antenna.
Does that mean there's some sort of bug-esque thing?
I believe so. Disgusting creatures.
Does that mean they're gonna be immune to mind affecting? I mean, they have minds.
I mean, they do not appear to be... They are probably mental resistant, but I would not say immune.
Okay.
But I have not tried myself, so I suppose you'll have to experiment.
Yeah, so I guess I'll find out.
You have someone to scout, I'm assuming, yes?
I have sent someone out, yes.
Good. Well, why don't we cut to see how he's doing? Rusty, you are outside. You at about the time that you know that he would be leaving to pick up the fish.
All right, so I'm going in.
You can slip up. Do you want to go in through the door, the window? Do you want to see if there's a back entrance? What do you want to do?
I'll try to go in through a window.
Okay.
Back entrance, back entrance.
Yeah, you can give me a stealth check to slip on up to the building. Ooh. Yeah, this is not so good. I feel like this is one of those situations where, like, you're kind of, like, making your way to the window, and, like, the sand, like, hits, like, a heavy blast and just kind of, like, blows you, and it, like, it's not one of those things that causes all the attention in the world, but it's enough that you're pretty sure, like, this is a really shitty job trying to stay hidden moving up to this building. Give me a bluff check to try to, like, throw off what people think you might be doing. Ooh.
Good recovery.
Yeah, you play it off. You do that thing where you're like, oh shit, I'm going the wrong way. You just kind of throw your hands up in the air and you start walking off in a different direction. And you can try to slink back up again. Probably not to the same window. Do you still want to go for the window or the door or check for a back door?
I'll check for a back door.
All right. Give me a stealth check as you look for the back door.
Yeah, Rusty loves going in.
Give me a perception.
Sure thing.
Yeah, you are slipping around the back of the building, kind of scanning about. And you will notice that it's a little hard to see, but there is most certainly an alternate entrance back here. But it has bars in front of it.
Mm.
But they're like on hinges, so it is more like a door, but it is you can see from where you're at that it is very clearly locked.
All right, then I will try to disable it.
Yeah, you slip on up and give me a disable.
That's what I like to see.
Let's see, plus. Yeah, you managed to disable the trap that was there. You slip up to it and you realize like immediately, oh, these bars have shocking grasp that will hit me if I manage these wrong, and you quickly disarm that before you start on the lock. And now you can give me a disabled device check for the lock. There you go. You managed to get the lock up and twist it, and you can kind of move these doors. Give me a stealth check though as you move these doors.
Oh my god!
Ooh,
Why?
you hear a creaking noise as you pull these doors just a little too hard. Let me see if somebody notices. Yeah, you give me a perception.
Okay.
Hey, who's out there? What's going on there? And give me another stealth check.
What is it, in his mind or out loud?
It is out loud. Yeah, you can slip around the side. Something will like open up the door and kind of look around. Pull the gate closed. Realize that it doesn't like that does their glove. They're like wearing some kind of glove, and they kind of look at their glove for a minute and then look at the door. They close it. They utter a few like words in a language that you don't recognize.
Really, what language is it?
You don't know.
I don't know.
And the door will, and then they'll relock the door and reclose it.
Like they did. Do I know that they've retrapped it?
Maybe.
Can I? Is that a thing I can look for?
Yeah, you can go. You can head back down and take a look.
Yeah.
As you head back down, you into a like some kind of like protective barrier that you can't cross.
Okay.
Like some kind of magical energy is kind of pushing you away from the back door, as if they have sealed the back door.
Looks like it's the window.
Or
A
the
different
wall?
window.
You know, just for the record, you know that as somebody who's tried this before, every detection will make it a little more difficult for you to be successful. And so you have a single detection here, because you triggered a trap of a trap. But yeah, you can try. You can try a window.
Yeah, is that a stealth?
That is stealth. Give me a stealth check to get the window. The window is not trapped, so you can try to open up the window. And when you do, the trap will go off.
Oh, come on.
You rolled a 3.
Okay. Is that skill not a thing where I could also just do my own stealth check, or that just counts as my perception?
This is you getting it automatically without like having to remember.
Okay.
This isn't really a big deal. I just need to find the... This. Yeah, give me a fortitude save.
Oh God, no.
Ooh. Yeah. You start hallucinating.
Interesting.
This did not go very well. You'll find yourself, after you come out of this haze, several, like, blocks away. Rather confused and very uncomfortable.
Oh, man.
You are not sure how much time has passed, either.
It was like that one time in college. Or that other time. I guess I try to find... Do I know where the others are?
Yeah, you know wherever. You can at least go back to Luna, because you know where she'll be, or where some of the others are. But you can basically round them all up.
All right, well, I guess I could... Oh, geez, what do I want to do?
I don't know, Mort.
Shut up. I guess I'll try to find... I don't know. If I fail, I can't fail too many more times.
I mean,
If you come back after this, I'd just be like, at least you got a little bit of information. I wouldn't try to go back.
Yeah, it's heavily trapped. Extremely.
I mean, we at least know it's trapped. We can prepare for that. We might just have to brute force
Pretty much
our way in or
anyway.
something.
Pretty much, it seems pretty much any way into that building, no matter how hidden, is trapped. They've predicted every possible way someone could get in there.
Like, what's our goal? To wipe out everybody in there, or is it to wipe out this one guy?
Well, mostly to wipe out the one guy, but if we see that the other people are the same as him, then obviously we would want to take them out too. But whoever they are probably going to want to defend this guy, so if we take him out there, we're going to have to deal with those people as well.
Is there a building on the way to
The
his...
problem with on the way is there are stationed people watching this guy who, if we attack him or alert, like anything we do with him on his path from the market to this house is heavily watched. So other people will 100% see and maybe be able to call in even more reinforcements.
Do we know where they are? Are they in the same spot every time?
Rusty did go twice. Did he?
Yeah, they
notice
are in the
people?
same spot each time.
But there were enough of them that it was like almost constantly being watched, right?
Yeah, it's pretty close to it. It's really hard to like not end up having one be in line of sight during the path that he walks.
So basically, it's either we find a way to get to him and take him out at the fish market, or we get to him and take him out at the house. Those are the two options, unless we learn of someplace else he goes.
We kill the guys who are the lookout, and then there's nobody from the six.
Yeah, and I mean, the first one we kill, we'd find out if their telepathy goes, how far that goes.
Well, we know the telepathy is close range. I confirmed that.
Okay.
But if there's... you said there were two of them?
There are 3 of them on the path. Of
Three of them?
the lookouts.
About how far is it between them?
It's like a few different alleyways that he kind of zigzags down.
So yeah, we could probably maybe take out the first two between the fish market and his house, like the closest two to the fish market. And then when he passes the first one, we grab him there. And then he won't be very close to any of his allies, as far as we know.
I mean, this is also trying to do this in a busy-ish, like, I mean, they're alleyways, but we don't know how many people are going to be around. So, I mean, it is something we can do. It just may be a little bit more out in the open than ambushing at the house.
But speaking of which, we got this new bigger bag of holding that can hold bodies in it now.
Oh yeah. Anybody wants to chip in? It was quite expensive.
Yes, how are we going to get him into a bag of holding, though?
We kill him and throw him in.
Without... Yes, but that means we have to take the time to kill him. Do you want to do that in the middle of an alleyway where people might see us doing so? I don't know about you, but I don't really want to go to jail. Or whatever they have here that's equivalent. Or get killed, I don't know.
The house seems really heavily fortified by spellcast. I'm assuming he described his adventure.
Well, so the windows weren't spells. The windows was some kind of like I didn't describe this. There was some kind of mist that came out of the windows that he breathed in and like became very confused and
I was just
started
thinking the guy that came to the back door was able to cast spells for sure. He re-spelled the door.
Well, he just said a single word. He said a word in a language that Rusty didn't understand.
Oh.
So that could just mean that someone else has set something up and there's like a trigger word or something to, like, if they're concerned. So we
just
wait
dispel
longer.
the magic as well.
That too.
Right, but we're dealing with all of that or just killing this dude in the alley.
I have a spell that could conceal us from sight, but it would let a lot of people know we're doing something there, that no one would see us.
And none of these guys are in the alley we're not supposed to kill people in, right? These are all different alleys?
These are all different alleys, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm up for it anyway. A challenge is a challenge. But
Well, I look at it as we are a pretty formidable group. We've had our challenges, but for the most part, we've been able to take things on, and we have a upgrade now as well. So I think the option of less chance of being caught by people we don't want to catch us outweighs the little bit more difficulty of dealing with traps around a house. I think we can figure that out. And
Problem is, casting spells is quite noisy, and Rusty over here mentioned that his mere creaking of a door drew attention from someone to check on his friend. So you're gonna draw attention by dispelling magic and doing things right outside this guy's house. Also, I'll look at Felix and see another skull teardrop, as Luna said we have an upgrade.
I mean, you at least have minion creatures. I mean, that's beneficial.
Hey, I'm not complaining. We're just making the poor dead creature cry, right?
Well, maybe
are we
if
afraid of
Felix
this,
was
or
nicer to me.
do you have a way of not making sound travel? I don't really have a way of doing this. I don't know. Do we care if sound travels? Are we scared of this person? Maybe we just take them out too? I don't know. What do you guys think? Maybe
as usual, I'll go with whatever the party decides.
Maybe while I'm
All the
casting
same
a
to me.
spell, you all hide in the shadows, and when he comes to look what's going on, you just come out behind him and pop him, ambush him. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he obviously opened the door when he heard something going on, so assuming that barrier's not still up, you could take your same tactics, and if he ends up hearing something and comes to check on it, we just kill him.
Go for it.
when he opens the door, and then the door is open, and you just, I don't know.
No, I'm okay with this. Anyone else have any other input or ideas for the plan? Sounds like we're sold on this way then.
All right, when do you want to execute it?
Well, we have a
Whatever
couple
it is.
options here. Actually, if we think about it, we could ambush the house while he's gone at the fish market.
Wait till he comes
Assume
back.
we'll be able to take everyone out inside and then ambush him when he comes back and all of his buddies are gone. I don't know if anyone would be able to alert him, though, and if there is any way that he gets alerted, then he probably just isn't going to come back, and then it's going to be a lot
Yeah,
harder
too
to
much
get
of
him
a risk.
afterwards.
I think we just need to take him out when we know he's in there.
So we wait for him to come back from one of his trips so we know he's there. Stake out the place, like, kind of be around the house waiting for him to come back.
Yep. It's easy enough to watch over the house. You can put a day in between there and make any spell changes that you'd like to change.
So this is one more day?
One more day? Yep.
Okay, perfect. So I don't have to put my bow in yet
No.
until the day after this.
Yep.
Would anyone benefit from being enlarged or no?
Not me.
Alright, we won't bother then.
Let me know when everybody's ready with spells.
Oh, I don't actually change my spells.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely
I should
ready
double check.
with spells.
Spells.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Once we get somewhat in place, I do have some hours per level spells I want to cast. Ah, shit.
Yeah. Okay. I think I'm good with spells as well.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys can scope out the place. Watch for a time where he leaves during the next day and comes back. He does disappear for a little while somewhere, taking that same path away. But eventually later in the day, he will return. Doesn't really require a lot of like hiding out. There's a lot of easy places to hide as long as you're not down the way that he typically takes out of the area. Yeah, but you can see him head in. When he comes in, when he goes in, and out, can I get a perception from everybody?
Does Rusty know the approximate time when this is happening? Based on his schedule, observing him?
This is a non-fish market day, so whatever he did today is a different day. You'd have to wait 5 days for a
so
fish
it's
market.
completely random?
Yeah.
Okay, then. Okay. I just have a spell that enhances my perception, but if I don't know...
So, Silvio and Astrum, you will notice that inside of the building, as there is somebody who opens the door for him to let him in, and you can see like them brushing dirt and stuff off of them. It looks to be a like dwarven male, female, sometimes hard to tell. If only the beard wasn't commonality. But they like usher him in. They're dressed in like sort of rags as opposed to more fancy clothes. Probably like the clothes of the help. And he heads in. You'll also notice that there's a figure that kind of moves from window to window on the inside. Like there's a series of windows, and you notice this very slow moving like shadow that kind of goes around. It's a little hard to tell if you weren't watching the building for so long. But there's clearly something
that's patrolling.
That's
Like, I see it go
patrolling
back and
from the inside and on the inside of the house in front of the windows.
I'll share this knowledge with whoever can see what's going on.
Mm-hmm. But this will make it clear that you can't see entirely inside. There is some sort of light refraction happening, so you can only see like shadows on the windows.
Oh, he's in there. Some patrol going on in the windows, if you can see, look at the shadows. Seems like there's some sort of effect preventing us to look clearly in, which may benefit us once we're inside. It'll be hard for onlookers to see what's going on inside. It's now our go time. What's the plan, everyone?
Earlier in the day, before we come out here, I was gonna cast tons on myself, just in case, because he said he spoke a weird language. I figured it'd be interesting to be able to understand and speak it back if need be.
Yeah.
And mage armor as well on myself today.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Magic Vestment and Defending Bone. I'm gonna cast Magic Vestment on my shield and on my armor.
All right.
This is directly before we're about to get into a fight.
You
Well,
don't know
these
if
are
you're
all-
you're about to. These are things that last an hour per level. that he's
Yeah,
doing.
these are
okay.
things that are very long-lasting spells.
Yep.
But yeah, I'd say Rusty should try to slink up to the door, and you at least know there's a trap there, so you can just try to disarm it again.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
In case unless you want me to say it, I am mage arming every day. I don't know if you need me to say it, but every morning I'm mage arming.
Yep.
All right, I will try to stealth over to
Yeah. Give me another stealth check.
the love of.
Okay. I was gonna say if we walked
That's
far
not
enough away,
terrible.
could make you invisible.
Yeah, you can manage to slink over there with minimal observation. And one moment. I think though what stops this from being a successful slip over there is you notice that there are one of the stone steps that lead up to the house, that lead up to like the door. You notice that there is a slightly different sheen on it. Like all the rest of the steps are stone. This one is like kind of shiny when you look at it from the right angle. And it kind of like brings you to a halt.
I will attempt to disable it
Yes.
because I suspect it is a trap.
Yeah, for this there is a bit of trickery you have to do. But you can you pull out like a couple of special tools and manage to sort of cause the magic upon the step to short circuit. And there's just a bit of like this arcane residue that kind of drips down off of the step. And you can continue your way up. Give me another stealth check.
These ones I can't do for some reason. Oh, there we go.
Can you roll me a d6, please? Perfect. You will notice as you start to move in, the door also has that same sort of sheen across it.
All right. I'll try to disable it. Yes.
Ooh. Yeah,
like
and
to
you
see.
know that this is actually impressive that you managed to get this one because this is designed for difficulty. You once again do a bit of the same technique, only this time you take out some of your alchemical components that you have and you kind of place them in specific spots on the door, like run a line across them and tie them into a spot, and there's just kind of like a pool of liquid that flows down from it. But it's not liquid in a way. It looks kind of like melted glass that kind of comes down, but then immediately kind of turns to vapor and fades away.
Do I know what that means?
Yeah, it means you disarmed a magical trap.
Okay.
So when you would disarm a traditional like mechanical trap, you would get like a clicking or some other noise. In this case, you're physically making the magical energy disappear using a number of little tricks that you carry on yourself.
All right. Well, I guess I'll proceed in.
The door is locked.
All right.
I'm not done making you make disable device checks, you son of a bitch.
How many disabled device checks do I need to make?
One more. Yeah, you managed to unlock the lock.
At the point you get the lock unlocked, maybe we move in.
Yeah.
All
Might
right.
as well go in.
The four of you can make your way towards the door. And by about the point you all reach the door starts to swing open. Excuse me, who are you? Who are you?
What is the building that we're going? Before I say anything, just so I know.
This looks like a residence. Like it's a very large residence, but it is a residence.
We're guests.
I don't remember there are supposed to be guests.
Well, do you know everyone who lives here?
Yes.
I just know we were invited. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm going to do something if you don't stop me from doing it. You get the impression as they like open up their mouth really wide and...
What does he look like he's trying to do?
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna shoot some arrows. Yeah.
Yeah. fuck
Okay,
this guy.
thank you.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's-
They're going to scream. It's the
Oh.
front door person who
Gotcha.
checks in on things that is confused as to why somebody's here.
Yeah, you guys took too long. I'm giving them the stab.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have the. I'm not the
Oh, you're
melee
rolling
one.
initiative, or
Well, no, I mean, this person is surprised.
okay.
All right, then I guess I'll roll an attack.
Oh man.
19 will hit. Yeah, you just outright kill this person.
Jesus.
He deserved it. He knows what he did.
They collapse on the floor. Pool of blood covering it.
Bag of holding. No, we're coming handy.
You can close
Is
the
there-
door behind you. Inside,
Station, anybody?
Is there a bush nearby I could put him in?
you can throw him out and into a bush. Absolutely.
No, don't do
Kill
that.
everyone
Don't do
here anyways. Just leave him inside.
We don't want anybody seeing him outside. That is insane.
Oh.
Like, no.
Let them all rot in here.
Okay.
Jesus.
Son can raise them if he wants. I don't know.
All right. Well, okay. We'll bring him inside.
Yeah.
Well, I
Well,
think
he is
collapsed
inside. Yeah.
So
What
we're
was
just
he-
stepping over his body and
Yep.
walking
Did-
in and shutting
Did the
the door.
blood reach outside though?
No, there is a little bit of a stopper that keeps the
Okay,
keeps the
good.
liquid from getting out.
Yeah, Rusty, maybe you want to relock that door.
Yeah,
So no
sure.
one
I'll try to relock.
Inadvertently walks in. Yeah.
Yeah, you successfully lock the door behind you.
Well, actually, we were in the inside. There's probably just a regular lock that we
Yes.
flick closed.
DC was 5 to lock that door.
Successfully turned the tumbler.
I'm pro at
I'm
this.
gonna listen out. Like,
So-
do I hear anybody else moving around or anything?
You do hear footsteps. So let me describe the area real quick. So you guys come in, and this is kind of an unorthodox way to put together a residence. It opens into a hallway that branches left and right. There is a wall like 10 feet in front of you. There's a hall that branches left and right, and it basically follows along the windows of the building. You can see like it goes to each end where the windows are, and then turns left and right and goes down. But there are no signs of doors or anything like that.
Pick a direction and go.
Any keys or anything on this door, dude?
Yeah, you can search that person, and you will find a couple of keys.
All right.
But they
All right,
have
before we
nothing else
hit-
of value unless you want like their little feather brush that they have.
Before we head either way, I'm gonna cast Divine Favor.
Divine favor.
I cast a
Plus
perceived
plus
cue,
3
so-
attack and damage.
Yep. Yeah, I saw the perceived cues. Yeah. Which way do you want to go?
They they both look the same, just different directions.
They both look the same, just different directions.
Yeah, let's just randomly go left or whatever.
You said we heard steps. Can we hear what direction those are coming from?
Yeah, Higrim will say that they are echoing right now, so it sounds like they are equidistant left and right.
Oh, all right.
So
Yeah.
it sounds like there's people in both directions.
No, they're the same steps because the sound kind of travels at the same point.
Gotcha.
You also, though, notice that as you're kind of looking around, you got a really good perception. You notice also that as you're looking around, there are ways that the halls are built that looks like it's designed to echo sound in a way that would make it hard to identify where something is at an even point in the hallway if it's not moving silently.
Let's go right. It's the right way.
Sure.
Okay?
Sure.
You all turn and head down the right hallway. As you start heading down the right hallway, at the opposite end of the hallway, a figure rounds the corner. They are wearing some like padded leathers, and they look to you and they immediately rush towards you. And they say, they shout out, "Intruders, prepare to die!"
We
I
are going to
will-
roll initiative against this dude to see if we can do something before he
Angel.
does that.
No. What? I mean, you can't. So even if he's not surprised and you're not surprised.
Yeah, so then doesn't it come down to an initiative roll to see what people would do first? Like before he's able to like yell and run, wouldn't it come down to
Sure.
initiative?
Sure. That's fine. It's not going to make a big difference, but that's fine. Because this is not a nobody NPC. I need to throw a mini out here.
But does this look like the weird bald person?
No.
This looks like someone
Nope,
else,
this
right?
looks like a dwarf.
Gotcha.
Just to spite you, I'm gonna roll 3 20s in a row and instant kill him.
No. I hope to God that's not what happens, because then I will feel annoyed.
Don't do that. Stop it. You said he looks like a dwarf?
Yeah, it looks like a dwarf. Kind of like this guy.
Hey, we're all dead. Run! He looks too powerful.
Yeah, it should be 27. Okay, there we go.
Let me get his stat sheet here.
6.
Oh, I still have it on my shirt. Okay.
Not what I wanted. This.
Yep.
Where are you at? There it is. Let's see. Modifier of 2. All right, Astrum, you are up first.
What is this guy? Is this the rag dwarf, or is this the
No, this dwarf is wearing padded leather. They have a hammer in one hand, and a shield in the other.
Any holy symbol clearly displayed, or I can't tell?
No holy symbol.
Alrighty. And how far is he from me right now?
He is about 70 feet out.
70 feet
Yes,
out.
this building is quite large.
Okay. He's 70 feet, so
Oh, this hallway, rather.
70 feet, what's the range on this one? Yeah, if he's 70 feet out, I don't know how much I can do, so I start a full round action. How does this work? Can I start a full action, then it's lost if he's not in range in the time? I'm basically doing my touch spell, but he has to be within 30 feet of me.
So
you'll be there at the end of the round.
You can. So the spell is it has an actual like range on it. It's because I thought you said it's a touch spell, and then you said
it is, but through my pop it's within 30 feet. It becomes a ranged touch.
Then you could hold that's holdable then.
Okay, I think it becomes a full round action. That's what I'm just saying. Could I just start it and then?
Yeah, you can start it.
Yeah, let me just make sure it's a full round action, I believe. As a full round, deliver touch spells, and a full round action.
Yeah.
So I'll start casting spell the full round action, pulling my pop it out and laughing madly and telling my skelly boys to protect me.
All right, Silvio.
Yeah, I'll full attack.
Okay.
Well, I'll 5 foot step forward and then full attack. I'm gonna slightly get close to them.
Yeah.
So flurry number 1.
Ooh, that is close. That will actually crit.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Flurry number 2.
This actually, if you, that hits. Might actually be relevant. I'm gonna be annoyed. Y'all ready
And
for Steve to be annoyed?
Flurry number 3 with my. Let's get a crit on this -5.
No. Wrong. That will miss. All right, Rusty.
Charge him and stab him. He's almost dead.
I mean,
Maybe.
I can certainly try to get to him. He's 70 feet away.
70 feet. You cannot charge him. Unless you
then
have
I'm just
bonus
gonna-
movement.
What kind of movement do you have?
30 feet, like every other
30.
creature.
Sure.
I have I think
Oh,
I have
I'm
50
sorry.
feet movement
Yes,
now.
monk
I'm a
boy.
Well, I don't have that kind of movement, so I just I'll move. I'll just double move toward him.
Not all characters are monks and barbarians, Bella.
True. Okay.
Luna.
I think I am just going to hold my action for if he makes it into range,
Okay.
which would be if he gets into 30 feet within. of
So,
me.
are you readying something, or are you
Can
delaying?
I ready a hex?
Yes.
Okay, I will ready a evil eye for
Okay.
if he gets in range.
Yeah. Well, he is gonna start. He's gonna start rushing towards you guys. So you can hex him with the evil eye,
Yeah.
and he will. Does a 16 beat? Does not. He will fail.
So I was starting off with saves because that's what Necro Boy wanted me to try to do to people. I don't know if he's doing something with saves or not, but that'll be
Yep.
the first one.
But he will come in. He will rush in 40 feet. Higram.
Wait, where am I in relation to him then?
Oh yeah, because you moved up all the way. So he'll. I'm sorry. Then he wouldn't have moved in. Did you move in 30 feet or 60 feet?
I think I said 60 feet.
Okay. Then actually, he'll only move in 10 feet, which will mean
okay.
he's not evil-eyed.
Boom.
And he will. But he will take an attack then on Rusty. Probably meaninglessly, but
Probably not actually.
does a 26 hit?
Yeah.
Yay!
Even with a bunch of stuff, I can't beat 26.
For 16 points of damage. He gets in a really solid hit on you. And he shouts out, "You will be destroyed." But you notice, like, the echo kind of wraps around the whole hallway, as if the sound has nowhere to go.
Was this like all an illusion or something?
Oh, Astrum.
Wait, can I have my turn?
Yeah,
Did I say this? I'm sorry, Higram, yes. I got all that confusion made me all over the place.
I'm gonna use that.
Motherfucking dedicated adversary.
And then I'm charge in and chop them.
Yep.
Where's my? Yeah.
That's a hit.
And that's plus 5 damage.
Yeah. He is still standing, but does not look good. Now, Astrum.
So, do I lose my spell? Cause
No, it's held. So you have a touch spell, right? And when
Yeah.
you have a touch spells can be held and delivered when you are
Well,
within range.
Because I put it into my poppet and it's supposed to be arranged to. So it's in the poppet still, or
This is all weird, so it's fine.
Okay.
It's in the poppet. You can deliver
Alright.
it when you get within range.
I throw my poppet out. Okay, so he is 60 feet from us now because he moved up to Rusty.
Yes.
Okay, what is the range on this? That is, what level are we? We're level 6. So, 15, I need to be... Okay, so I should be able to take a move action, and then I think I'm in range to do this.
Yeah.
I will yell at him.
Yeah, you let out an ear-piercing scream. He gets a fort save for partial. He's a dwarf, so that will be nice because he'll most certainly succeed with a 25.
So he takes half.
Half. And he'll still go down.
Silly dwarf. Just in case it matters, only he could hear that scream, so it wasn't like more noise or whatever.
It doesn't seem to matter anyway. I would have loved for it to have been because there's a wonderful effect here if you use sonic damage things.
I'm gonna make sure he's dead.
Yeah, you can finish him off with your star knife right to his throat.
Jesus.
And I'm gonna go feel around on the wall.
Yeah, as you're feeling around on the walls, you'll notice there's like some sort of odd texturing to them that actually literally amplifies sound, but also seems to like almost trap it in. Like there's no like there's like they're like little triangular things that are set up, and they have like a dampening property, but also a reflective property. So they dampen from sound getting out and keep the sound in. And there is for anybody that wants to, there's a bit of magic applied to them as well that make them function.
So it's specifically designed to make those sounds stay in this area.
Yes.
This is a bad idea, guys.
It might just be so that like their telepathy isn't picking up random noises from outside. So they can peacefully sleep and stuff.
I would say Higram give me an intel check, but I know that doesn't work out well.
I'll do it. Let's see what this minus 3 can do. Bam! 2, I did it! I wanted it to be negative, to be honest. I wanted it to be negative. I forgot what I used to know about this one.
You're like, triangles have 4 sides.
True. Let's keep
Yeah,
pushing
sure.
on.
I'll look at the magic on this.
Yeah, you can look at the magic and give me a intelligence check here, or a knowledge. If you happen to have it, a knowledge engineering.
Nope.
Okay. So with an intel check, the design of this is to make sure that any sound that's in here is heard from any point in the area, but also so that it doesn't disrupt anybody who might be in rooms above this that might be rooms for resting or something else. The purpose is, let's say a party sneaks in here and they start talking near the front door, the sound is going to make it to the other side of the building. And the magic is kind of like dampening while echoing it, so it's making sure like it's hearable at all points across the room. So this guy knew you were in here when you got in.
Gotcha.
But he also, like, the scream for help isn't going to do anything if the door is closed.
Smooth.
Well, yeah.
Is
I'll
this
take all that.
multiple stories?
It is.
That dude we just killed looked like he had no spell casting abilities, right?
Nope, he did not.
Okay, just checking.
He had a hammer, and he was hoping to
Yeah.
hammer in the morning, evening, and
I
all over this
assume,
land.
But sometimes people with hammers can cast spells too, so you never know.
Hey guys, let's check upstairs while my spells are still going.
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
guys can wrap around, get to the other side where you'll see where the back entrance would have come in. The back entrance, by the way, Rusty, makes you shiver with, like, nervousness as you see, like, a line of 6 traps in a row just on this side getting in. It is literally designed to be, like, there's probably a reason I kept wanting to go through the back door.
Damn.
Never go through the back door.
I'm looking around, see if I can hear anything near the stairs.
There is no sound coming from the stairs.
Let's go, let's go.
Yeah, I'll try to at least sneak a little bit
Yeah.
ahead.
Give me a stealth check on the stairs.
See any? Oh yeah, never mind. You just always
Um,
do it.
And roll me a d6. God damn it, you keep rolling just high enough. There is
Notice a trap.
there is a very clearly, like, a stair that is very clearly to you, built just slightly differently than the rest of the stairs.
Oh, time to try to disable it
Yep.
with this.
Oh yeah, you manage to wedge something in, knowing that basically this step is one that you're supposed to skip as you're going up, or when you step on it, you will slide your asses back down to the bottom floor. But you can make your way up the steps. And as you get up here, you will find yourself in a very small room. With like a door to the right, a door to the left, and a door to the front. You're basically in an area that is basically the top of the stairs, a like 5-foot square, and then a door in the other 3 directions.
Are the ceiling / walls still those weird triangle things?
No, up here it is basically just door. What do you call it? The door dressing thing. Not jam. Anyway, why am I fucking forgetting basic ass words? And then the ceiling is flat and comes basically to the height of the doors. So this is a very small room. If you were claustrophobic, you would feel very uncomfortable.
We don't have time to hesitate, do we? Let's go away.
Yeah.
Right. I opened the right door.
There is a closet.
Ah. Anyone coming out of it?
No.
I realized this was foolish. Felix, that door, please. Send that Felix to open the other door. The middle door, or whatever. Not the right, yeah. So Felix, opens that door if you can.
Okay. Another closet.
Oh. Felix, last door.
Yeah. Another closet.
What the fuck? I
Okay.
activate my
Search for
detect
secret
magic.
doors.
Yeah, give me a perception. Oh, you have detect secret doors. That's disappointing.
Yeah, I prepared it today, knowing that there might be some weird ass shit in this house.
Yep. All 3 of them have a secret door behind the door. Does it tell you the mechanism? Yeah, each addition around the mechanism or trigger for one particular secret portal examined by you. Yeah, so each one is you step in, you close the door behind you, and you can, like, a handle will protrude, and you can go through the other door.
Yeah, so I'll convey that to everyone.
Let's go.
But it means you have to go through one at a time.
One at a time. Okay. I'm gonna cast protection from evil, and I'm like, guys, be quick. And then
And then which door do you want to go through?
I'll stick with what he said before. I'll go through the right door, I guess.
Okay.
I'll follow behind him.
You guys don't want to split up and check each of the rooms, Scooby-Doo style?
Kind of
No.
do.
Nope.
Okay. Well, this is disappointing. This party actually does the right, and the right is the right door. You open up the door, and as you who's going in first? I'm sorry.
Hagrum was going
Okay.
first. I said I'm gonna go behind him
Okay.
in case something bad is in there and he needs immediate healing.
So
or
it's going to
help.
be Hagrum, then Luna, then who's next?
I'm typically in the middle, right? Like,
Yeah, I'll
okay.
go to. Well,
I said my 2 undead first, and then me.
Or was I in the back for order? I forget what we normally do.
Whatever you want.
I have to. I mean, you shoot them at range. I have to melee.
Well, I need to know who's in next.
I claim it with my undead. They go
Yeah, I
first,
mean,
then
if they're just heading in, I'll go last.
All right. So which undead is going in first?
I got 3, so I'll send in Beefy Boy first, then my warrior.
Beefy, then
Legend is his name.
Legend,
And then Felix, and then me.
Felix, and then
Oh my god, it's
Astrum.
gonna take us so many rounds just
And
to all get
then-
inside.
who's after Astrum?
I think Rusty. and
I
then-
am if Rusty's
Oh.
not going. Yeah.
Oh, Silvio and then Rusty.
Let's go.
Okay. I am going to tell you what's on the other side of the door next week. See
Oh, people.
GG.
you guys next time.
Beefy legend.